you have to understand I'm a physician researcher and I can torture data to make it say anything I want. At least that's how they see it in their eyes. But Larry was one of their own. Larry was trustworthy. These were real. And suddenly my whole world shifted. It suddenly became, how fast can you do how many of these? And suddenly $100,000 compared to millions of dollars in savings, 100,000 didn't look like much. You see? Yeah, and it came from a partnership between finance, the core of administration, and clinicians is what produced it. Now, funny thing happened at this point. We'd done 6 of these. What you just saw was typical for all 6. Transurethral prostatectomies, cholecystectomies, that's gallbladder surgery. Total hip arthroplasty, artificial hip joints, the one that we're looking at right here. Number 4 was bypass graft surgery, heart surgery, to replace arterial blood flow to the heart. Number 4 was pacemakers. I'm sorry, number 5 was pacemakers. Number 6 was community-acquired pneumonia. Those are the 6 things we'd studied. And I was into a real problem. We were running out of case types where I had a sufficient volume of patients within a reasonable length of time per physician to use this methodology. After only looking at 6 things, just not enough sample size, even for this, with all of its limitations. A colleague, Dr. Paul Batalden, introduced me to a statistician in industry named W. Edwards Deming. Now, some of you may recognize that name. Deming's a physicist who is the father of quality improvement theory. And it turns out that Dr. Deming's theory described what we were seeing perfectly. Now, Deming was really in manufacturing. He was on the engineering side of the line, you see. But suddenly I had a theory that seemed to describe what we were seeing. And Deming had this crazy idea. I don't know if I can describe just how crazy it really was at that time. Remember, I was a trained academic physician. Quality means spare no expense. Quality means pull out all the stops. Quality means if it might work, let's do it. Lives are on the line. Quality means you can't talk about human lives in terms of costs. It's unethical to even talk about the resource consumption when you're talking human lives at the same time. Deming's crazy idea, he claimed that as you improve quality in most instances, it should cause your cost of operations to fall. Exactly the opposite of what I'd been so deeply indoctrinated in as a budding academic physician.